Hi guys, how you going? You've got Riz Khan here from ReonCapital.com. Congratulations on your commitment in taking the second step to becoming financially independent through REO investing. The training video on how to build an REO contact is on its way. You should have that in your email within about 10 minutes or so. Now, in the meantime, I've prepared this very special offer for you on how to build a bank inventory interactive database. That's right, you no longer have to even open up that dreaded REO Excel file. So just to recap, here's the 7 steps that I use to go from finding the bank to closing the deal. Now you should have steps 1 to 4 all covered, but the Excel sheet in step 1 is hard work, and I know that because I hated using it, right? So if you're going to make your business scalable, then we're going to have to build in some efficiencies. I want to show you a free resource on the internet where you can import your own real estate Excel file and build an interactive database so that you can quickly and effortlessly extract the information that you need about which banks have the REO that you want. Imagine this scenario. What if you could search all bank inventory without even having to open up that Excel file? Right? What if you could do this from any device, anywhere, anytime, right? What if you could do this from a laptop, a mobile, from your home, from your car, from anywhere around the world that had the internet? How much time would you save? And how much more efficient would you become? How much faster could you respond to your buyers? What if you had pre-built reports that updated automatically with the new data? You need to be able to respond to your buyers immediately from anywhere in the world. You need to be able to respond to the emails fast. When someone asks you within an email if you have any REO in Atlanta, you want to be able to pull up that interactive database from anywhere around the world and respond immediately. Sound like a stretch? I used to think so too, until it all happened to me. In the past few years, I've used this free internet resource to search bank inventory for over 5,000 banks and right across the states. I've done this for my buyers again and again and again. Every time I get an email for some inventory, whether it be residential or commercial or construction or agricultural, I just open up my iPhone. I'll log into the bank inventory database that can search over 5,000 banks, right? I search for the state and city that my buyer is interested in, and I tell him exactly what I've got. Then, as the process moves forward, I can simply contact the banks and start the deal process. I've bought properties from as low as 25 cents in the dollar. I'm not saying that this is going to happen every time, just depending on the situation of the bank and how desperate they are to sell their distressed assets. But it definitely can happen where I've bought them for even lower than 25 cents in the dollar. The thing that got me there was building a bank REO inventory interactive database. Let me show you what I mean. So here is the Excel file, right? This has got all the information that you need, but it's a real pain to use, right? You can sort, you can filter and do things like that, but still it's a pain to use. So what I do, I take this Excel file and I load it into this software over here. And this software is freely available from the internet. You just need to know how to load the data in and how to create the reports. And I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. But just to let you know what type of reports I have, I can then instantly see which states have the highest REO, right? Whether that be residential or agricultural or construction or commercial, whatever it is, I can see which states have the highest REO. I can see which banks have the highest REO, right? I can also see, if I wanted to, I can scroll down, I can see which cities have the most REO. And I can build any other report that I want. These are just some of the reports that I have built here, right? And as an example, now, if I get someone that comes to me and says, look, I want to get some REO, if I get an email that says something like, find me what you've got in terms of residential REO in Atlanta, well, that's simple. I just type that in and I type it in, I put, okay, I want the banks and I want REO in Atlanta, and this will then go around and it will basically come back and find that for me. And there it is. So it's come up, right? And so basically what I can see here is that SunTrust Bank has the most REO, residential REO in Atlanta, but there's other banks that have some as well, right? There's Georgia Primary Bank, there's Community and Southern Bank, there's RBC Bank, and so on and so forth, right? And I've ordered this in to show the one that I've got the most at the top and the ones that I've got the least towards the bottom. Okay, so that's all I need to do there. That's fantastic. But just to show you, you can build other reports. If I wanted to, I can just, click on that and basically put it onto the dashboard, so that then whenever I come to the dashboard, it's just going to be an additional report that basically shows up over here. Here it is. Here's that report that I've just built, and it just shows up over here, right? And I can just continue to build as many more reports as I want. Okay, so what are some of the reports that I have already built? Let's just take a look at that. Here's another report that I use, and again, I'm going to show you how to build every single one of these. But basically, I have a table down here. It's an interactive table that shows me the state, the city, the name of the bank, and exactly what they've got in terms of REO, the total REO and the breakdown of that, the residential REO, the multiplexes, the non-residential, the commercial, the construction, and the agricultural REO, right? It shows me all that. Now, if I just wanted to say, okay, for example, show me some REO in the city of, let's say, New York, I can come here and I can click New York, and then I can click any of these, right? Let's just click on Canton. Then what that will basically do, it will go around and it will filter this bottom one down. So it's filtered it down to New York, to the city of Canton, and it shows me two banks, right? These two banks have got some REO right now in the city of New York, in the state of New York, and in the city of Canton, right? So there's Community Bank and there's the North Country Savings Bank. And the Community Bank has basically got, 1767. You've got to multiply that by 1,000. So that's about 1.7 million if I've got my mathematics right in total REO. And in terms of residential, they've got 1.2 million in residential and about 293,000 in commercial, okay? Whereas on the other hand, the North Country Savings Bank, they've got 788,000 worth of REO, and all of that 788,000 is in residential. All the other ones there are zero, okay? So that's another report that I've built, and you can do that for any state and any city. Okay, another report I've built is a similar type of report that you just seen, where it basically shows you all of the REO around the country, and then you can filter down by the particular state to see, which banks have got REO in that particular state. So if I filter that down to, Georgia, if I've got it right, GA, then this basically says that, okay, this is the amount of REO that's in Georgia, right? So Georgia's got out of all of the banks, right? It's got, that much residential REO, that much there, which is non-residential, and the majority of their REO is construction. But that's over state, right? That may not be that helpful. It does kind of let you know, sort of which states got the most or so, right? So from here you can order this and you can say, okay, Ohio's got the most, and then you can see which states, what the trends are, and sort of which states got higher amounts and which states have not got so much REO. What might be more useful is this particular report here, okay, where you're filtering down by state and city and you're getting a particular bank. It's a similar type of report that we had before, but it's more, for those that like a visual type of a thing. So let's say the state of California, we filter that down. These are all the banks that have got REO in the state of California. But then if you want to go down to a particular city such as Auburn, then you can see, okay, it's only the Community Bank that have got that, and all they've got is REO non-res, which is basically commercial REO. So it's not residential REO, okay? And there's other ways that you can build other filters as well. Some other sort of reports that I've built here. I've built this, REO, it's called a tree map of all the banks. It basically shows you all the banks and how much REO each bank has got. The larger these things are, that means basically the more REO that bank has got, okay? And another one I've built the same thing, but this is now based on city, right? So, this city here has got the most REO out of all the cities in the States, okay? So, this is just what I've built from that Excel file, and this is what I'm going to allow you to have, and I'm going to show you how to build all of these reports. But the one that I use the most is this one up here, where I can just come in here and I can just type, right? I just get it out of the email and I just go, okay, show me banks that have got, residential REO, in the state of New York. I just type it in the state of, New York, and then I may want to order it by, REO residential, right? And it just goes away and it just does that, okay? So what have I done there? Okay, maybe I've done something possibly wrong. Let's just start that again. So if I go, show me banks that have got REO, and I just click on enter. No, okay. So if I go, maybe show me bank instead. That's right, because they had banks. So I was actually just summing it all up and giving me one number. So I just see, and the beauty of this is that it's natural language. So when you don't know, you don't have to learn some type of special language. You just sort of type in natural language, right? And this REO res, that's just the way that the FDIC reports it. Okay, so that's just the columns that were on top of your Excel spreadsheet, and you can rename them before you import it if you want to. So I just go like that, and I just may say, okay, order it by, REO residential. That's done that, and then I may just say, okay, in the state of New York, and then I may say, okay, in the city of Los Angeles, if I know how to spell that correctly. There we go. I've just taken away the state, and I've just said, in the city of Los Angeles, and there we go, perfect, right? And these are, and the beauty of it is that, you know, the things that you put up, it kind of saves them, so then you can just, if you want to quickly go back to one of them, you can just quickly, you know, click on one of them, and, you know, it will refresh itself and find the information for that previously saved search. So that's what I'm talking about, guys. A beautiful interactive database that has information for over 5,000 banks. That has information for over 5,000 banks. And, you know, here's the different visualizations and the different fields that you can use. But I'm going to show all of this to you. You won't have to know how to build this from scratch. I'm going to give you a video series that takes you through every little step on how to build exactly what you've got on the screen here. There's no longer a need to go to the Excel file. You now use your interactive, you know, bank inventory interactive database to just go in, type in what you're looking for, or just use these pre-built searches and pre-built sort of, you know, filters that I've made for you to find exactly what you want and know exactly which bank you need to speak to. So that's that. I've showed you that. Now, again, just to repeat, this is, you know, online cloud software that is completely freely available over the internet, right? You just need to know how to upload the Excel file and build a report, right? And after that, it's completely free. There's no monthly fees involved, okay? Other people are charging anywhere from $500 to $1,000 a year for this exact information that you're now going to be able to have for completely free. You just got to know how to upload the file and configure the reports, and I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. Okay, so let me show you exactly what you're going to be getting. Well, there's the 7 steps again, and what we're doing here, basically we know that step number 1 is a pain, and if you want to grow your business, then you need to build some efficiencies, right? You need to get efficient with that Excel file. Opening it up, sorting it, filtering it, doing all that business, it's just not going to cut it for you. Okay, so what I'm doing, I'm basically showing you how to take that Excel file, how to load that into a bank inventory interactive database, right? I'm going to show you then how to build all those reports that you've seen in my inventory database, okay? And how much is this? Well, for today, the price is only a one-off payment of $197. Look, I could easily charge $1,000 for this, right? Because other people are selling this same information for $1,000 per year, not just a one-off $1,000 per year. But for you today only, this is available for a one-off payment of $197. And again, you know, once you get that all configured and done, there's no sort of monthly charges available. There's no monthly charges, no monthly fees at all, okay? So click the buy button below and get your access immediately. Look, I've been investing in real estate since 1999, and I made so many mistakes and so many blunders. I've seen it all, from flipping houses to fixing them up and then selling them, from wrapping them to, you know, turning them into options contracts, right? From residential to commercial to construction to agricultural. You name it, I've seen it. I started trading in about 1999, right? But it wasn't until 2012 where I really started to learn about buying direct from the banks, okay? And up to that point, I really struggled to break the $1 million barrier. So I invested in myself. I learned everything there was about buying direct from the banks. I read every book, every course that I could get my hands on, I just bought it. Every blog, every website, every training that was available, I took it all, right? Why? Because I wanted to immerse myself into this concept and master it, and I have now done that. I then found efficiencies, right? I worked out how to use this information efficiently, right? How to basically scale my business and how to respond to my buyers fast, because what I found was that the one who responds the quickest is the one that gets the deals, right? So I created these efficiencies to make my business more scalable and more sustainable. I don't like to pay monthly fees for software information, right? Especially when I can work it out how to do it for free. And I was paying over $1,000 a year for this exact tool, right? But then I worked out how to create this interactive database for absolutely free, right? And now I'm giving it to you, right? I'm giving you my exact steps on how to create this exact same interactive database that you've seen in this video. At the end of the training, you'll be able to have all the functionality that I have demonstrated in this video, and you'll never have to pay a monthly fee for it. So imagine being able to search through 5,000 bank inventory, being able to quickly search through that inventory across all the states and all the banks. Let's recap. You already have all the information you need to complete steps 1 to 4. But if you want your business to be sustainable and scalable and you want it to grow, then you're going to have to be able to work out some efficiencies, right? You're going to have to be able to respond to your buyers fast. And this bank inventory database allows you to do exactly that. Okay, but wait, it only gets better. I'm giving you a zero risk, 30-day risk-free trial, right? Listen. Go ahead and take this training. Get the training videos and see if it works for you. I know that each person will get different results. And for some people, this may just not work out. And that's why I'm giving you a 30-day, no questions asked, money back guarantee. The price for this is normally $997, but you can have it today for just one payment of $197. Claim your training videos now and save $800. With this discount and the 30-day risk-free trial, you cannot lose. Click the button below and get started today. But do it now because this offer will end soon. I'm not going to keep this special promotion open for long. I'll soon start to charge the appropriate fee of $997, but not for you. You get all of this for a one-time payment of only $197. So click the button below and get started today. Looking forward to seeing you on the other side.